Each day, from the moment we wake up, we have a chance to put on our spiritual armor. So let's put on the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. Prayer throughout our day arms us for all we will face. Life isn't easy, but with God, it can be good.
In this series, we have been talking about the armor of God. This week, we'll be talking about the shield of faith. Now, I'm sure you all know what a shield is, whether you saw one watching a Marvel movie or you dressed up as Captain America as a little kid on Halloween. We all know that shields help protect us from something or someone during a battle or time of need, just like Captain America used his shield in his battle against Loki. Even though we see many heroic figures use their shields to protect them and those around him, shields were also very prominent in Bible times. For a Roman soldier, a shield was used as a form of protection, similar to Captain America's shield. They would strap the shield to the end of their arm, and at any time, it could help deflect attacks. In addition to this, the shield could also be used as an offensive weapon to knock enemies over with force. Now, what if I told you that each one of you has a shield? That may sound like an unconstitutional idea, but you actually do. Each and every one of you has a shield of faith. Your shield of faith is something that can protect you from all evils. Now that sounds pretty cool, but it can also protect the people around you. Your shield of faith may not be visible or tangible, but when in confrontation with an evil, this shield is very present in your life to guide you. Think back to the Marvel movies that you have seen. When the shields are hit with various arrows, they hit the shield and reflect right off it. What if we thought of those arrows as temptations to do unfaithful things or not have obedience to God and to others? Your shield of faith will defend you from those arrows and remind you of the way God wanted us to act and treat others. You can also use your shield to protect and uplift others who may not know or understand their shield of faith. In movies, we see that in battle, people fight with the help of others or a group. It is important to see if someone is in confrontation with an evil, such as unfaithfulness or lack of obedience, and use your shield of faith to help them. There are two parts to what makes a shield of faith so special in our lives. The first part is the actual shield, and the second part is the faith. Faith is a gift from God, and it is the first virtue. Now you might ask, what is faith? When you look faith up on Google, it says that faith is one's trust or confidence in someone or something, but I believe there's much more to it than that. Hebrews 11:1 says this about faith. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. This obtains a much deeper meaning in our lives. This passage is saying that faith is the assurance that people receive from God that they will receive what they hope and pray for. This isn't just confidence, it is knowing that God is with you 100% of the time to answer your prayers. Religion and faith are different concepts and ideas. The difference between these two is that faith is your own, whether you say you're a Catholic, Christian, or you don't know, you still have faith. Faith is what you take out into the world and is with you wherever you go, while religion is a belief in a higher power, especially from a god or gods. An example of when I used my shield of faith was during a soccer game my freshman year. I was on JV soccer and it was one of the biggest games of the year as we were playing our rival school. Going into this game, I knew that we needed to try our hardest and avoid making mistakes during the game that could cost us. As the game goes on, no one scores for a long time until the other team scores just before halftime. During the halftime huddle, my coach told us to keep playing our game and we will score soon. At the start of the second half, I noticed something in the other team. They started playing more physically. They started making fun of every single little mistake that our team made. They would foul whoever was on the ball whenever they could. I kept my cool and continued playing until one of the players on the other team slide tackled my friend from behind and he almost got severely injured. At this point in the match, I was ready to retaliate and stand up for my teammate. Right as I was running over, I realized that I would get in trouble with the ref for whatever actions I do. In this scenario, my shield of faith blocked me from all of the negativity from the other team and all of the hate and helped me keep my cool. In doing so, the team was even more motivated to win because the shield of faith was not only protecting me, but it was protecting my teammates as well. My team went on to score 2 goals before the end of the game, and we won. The shield of faith holds a great power in everyone's life to guide them to greatness and protect them from negativity and hate. One of my favorite Bible verses perfectly describes this. Ephesians 6:16 states, "Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked." This reminds us that we can always have our shield and can always rely on it. Now it's up to you to use your shield in battle and when you are faced with those negative temptations and arrows.
Stand fast with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, clothed with righteousness as a breastplate, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In all circumstances, hold faith as a shield. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the breastplate of righteousness. Now, a breastplate is something that's strapped to you. It's a piece of armor you wear. A shield is different. It's responsive. You can use to reflect any arrows that are coming at you. And we see in our superheroes like Captain America, you can even use your shield to protect someone else. A shield should give you confidence because you can respond to whatever is happening around you. The shield of faith tells us that no matter what we see, hear, or do, we are secure in God's hands. It's as if the more we turn to Him, the more His hands are guiding our shield to protect us from the arrows we may not anticipate. This week, we're going to create a shield of faith by praying traditional prayers together as a large group. When we have those prayers in our arsenal, we can respond to life as it happens. That's just the shield we need to make it through our day.